I wouldn't have done this, but my cousins literally offered. They were like, "Hey, we already sell." Oh, this is that. It's inverted on the. But my cousins were like, we sell this product. We already know how to work this industry. They offered to let me sell in the, not that I needed the permission, but they were like, you can sell the same products as us. We already have manufacturing down, all of this. But I was like, no, I mean, out of respect for you guys, there's so many products out there. I'll go find my own. These are Amazon sales wads. You have 6 reviews. That's number 1. You got to push for more reviews, Cindy. I won't even run Amazon ads until I have at least like 10 to 15 reviews. And then you're going to increase sales by increasing your organic rank. How do you increase organic rank? Sales velocity. But how do you get sales velocity? If you don't have sales, you have to run Amazon PPC ads. Profit margin is over 40%. On average across accounts, clip is 36%. But yeah, on that one, it's over 40. Let's go. Hope that answered the question about the competition as well. Lost, my boy, was good. Thank you for sharing the live. Good to see you, brother. How do you get multiple accounts with Amazon? I don't like talking about it too much on live, just because, like, for you it's different, Chris, because I think you would be able to do it properly and you'd have the help to do it properly. But the reason I don't like talking about it on the live is because if you do one wrong thing, you're going to lose all of your accounts if Amazon links any of them. But essentially nothing can link. Your name, your IP address, the device, internet, your LLC, your phone number, nothing can link. So like I run all of the accounts on one computer, but that's because I give myself user permissions. So full access to all the accounts. Vine takes forever to give reviews though. How do you get reviews faster? Vines, allegedly, I'm not suggesting this, but allegedly friends and family. Sit W's in. What's a realistic time frame if you're just learning this to seeing some profit? From knowing nothing about Amazon to having a product live on Amazon, I'd say more realistically, like 3 to 4 months, 6 months if you're, a lot of things go wrong in your business. I answered that. Cindy, thank you for reposting the live. 80K just in Canada. Should I start selling in the US? Yes, and congratulations, bro. Besides labor, marketing, percentage cut, right? No, 40% margins after everything. I don't have labor costs because I don't need people to run my business. That 40+% includes ad costs, and then it includes FBA fees. So it's all in. FBA fees, cost of goods, shipping, returns, ads. I remember you talking about the iPad last night. Yeah, when I first did it, I bought a new iPad. It was one of the ones where you can have like self-service on the iPad. I got a new phone number, so it had internet and everything like that. I set up the Amazon account like that, and then I gave myself user permissions to the account, new LLC, new everything. And then I gave myself user permissions to that account on a user permission account. And that's how I access everything from one computer. You can log in user permissions, user all on one computer. Interesting. Yes. So that's like people, like, think about agencies who manage multiple brands. They're not going to create a new account or email for every single account that they run. So like they're able to have, I think there is a limit, but the limit is pretty high. I want to say like 50 plus accounts on one user permission. Does FNF work if my friends live in the same state? Yes. How long have you been doing this? Almost 7 years now. You had a super URL and they can't connect to the Wi-Fi in the past 6 months, but won't it look weird? 10 5-star reviews show up from Tampa. No, Florida's a big state, bro. So when you think about it, like, so I always tell this story in this way because it helps people like grasp. But when I started my first Amazon business, I was kind of obsessed with being able to say that my brand was nationwide. What did I define as nationwide? Having an order in every single state. So literally almost every day or every other day, I would go through my orders page and I would look at, like, Amazon used to actually show the full customer address. I think they only show the city and state now. But I would go through and I would look at all my orders because I had a little map, and I would put a green dot because my old logo was green. Put a green dot on every state that I had made a sale in. I live in Cali. Cali is a pretty big state. And when I go through my orders, there were so many people who I didn't know who were ordering from Cali. So it's like Amazon's not going to flag you for that because there's literally, what is it, like 100 and something million Amazon users. I think that's Prime users just in the US alone. So no, it's not like, oh my gosh, people are getting from the same state. No, because that's going to happen no matter what state you're in. Yeah, you got to spread out the reviews. You shouldn't have everybody order it on the same day. You shouldn't have everybody allegedly leave a review the day that they got it. And then you shouldn't have everybody leave a review on the same day. Is that Optimus Prime? Yes. What's the business? What's the budget should I invest to run a profitable business? Well, to start a business, the business model that I do, 3 to 6K. Really quick, because somebody asked about Optimus. So we have, that's laptop cleaner, but we have Toothless, Bumblebee, Optimus, Lego Game Boy, Tony Stark heart, Darth Vader helmet, R2D2, Mandalorian helmet, Infinity Gauntlet, little astronaut, Porsche, Ferrari, lion head. We're adding to the collection. If you go watch my old videos, I think I only had the astronaut, the lion head, and then like the books. Okay, but 10 people can all be done through 2 weeks allegedly. I don't recommend FNF reviews, but allegedly, yeah, I think that's cool. How risky would investing 3 to 6K be, but the person is actually disciplined with it? I mean, this discipline matters, but in terms of like your success, how do I word this? In terms of your success, it's important to be success. How do I say this? It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I'm twisted in my thoughts here. Yes, you need discipline to start a business, but that discipline isn't going to be what makes your business fully successful. It's the fundamentals that will make your business successful in terms of the profit. Like, discipline makes a business successful, but it doesn't make you more profitable. And every business is a risk, man. There's no get rich quick scheme. There's no guaranteed success. Anybody who says you're guaranteed to make this much on a business, that's just incorrect. So if you stick to the fundamentals, you mitigate your chances of risk, meaning like you lower the chances, as opposed to like, I'm going to go sell a phone case. I don't know the numbers. I'm not going to differentiate. I'm not going to get reviews. I'm not going to know my margins. Like, that's just bad business practice. Doing all the right things, picking a product in a good market, adding value to the market, having a good launch strategy, having a good ad strategy, those things are going to help you, but it still doesn't give you a guarantee in success. You don't need to be David Goggins to make money, essentially. Yeah, put it like that. I actually like that wording, the way you worded that. What up, Nat? What do you think the biggest mistake beginners make? Not properly differentiating their product, not doing proper product research. And then the big one is like not making proactive optimizations. So if you have somebody who's spending they spend $200 on ads, and then those ads aren't converting. And Brian in the YT chat, I'll get to your comment in 1 sec. But you spend $200 on ads, and then you're not converting, and then you do absolutely nothing. and you just keep spending on ads, like you're going to end up digging yourself a hole. So I think making proactive optimizations, pushing for reviews, improving your images, title, bullet points, adding A+ content, adding a video, optimizing your bids, optimizing your budgets, optimizing, negative keywords for your ad campaigns. All of those things are going to be important. Now, I know that's multiple things, but it falls under not making proactive optimizations to your account. Alex, thank you for sharing the live, brother. Good to see you. Alex, we got a call. I usually don't do the lives before the call. But we got a call. It's going to be PPC Masterclass Part 10, brother. Technically Part 14, but labeled as Part 10. So that's happening in 50 minutes, God willing. Alex, hope to see you in there, my boy. It's going to be a good one. Like PPC and stuff. Yeah, PPC and listing optimizations. What's in 50 minutes? We do weekly group coaching calls with my students. Alex is one of the students, so we have a call in 50 minutes. What you drinking? I can't say what it is on, yeah, it's a paid program user. I can't say what it is on live, my friend. I don't think I can, at least. What's on the wrist? Andes. On my message above that didn't send for some reason, I was asking if you knew the best rec for Amazon listings. I mean, I'm biased, bro. I think my team is the best. I thought it was your product, or I thought so. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was your product. This is actually a product that I'm going to be launching soon. God willing, we're just working out distribution because you can't really get it manufactured. No, like best resolution for listing images, 2000 by 2000 pixels. Okay, is it ideal to start FBA at this time? It's always an ideal time to start FBA, excuse me, Brian. I told Kunzi I'm gonna send you an In-N-Out gift card saying legacy on the top. I was gonna make a mean comment to that, but I like you and Kevin, so I won't. If you said anything else, I would have made a mean comment, but I will not use that. I will not be using that gift card, sir. Make it say AMZ Masterclass, and I'll put it on the shelf. He said, say something else. Make a mean comment. No, I like both of them. They're the boys. Kev, another student, so fantastic. How much is the class on AMZ? It ranges. I always tell people to hop on a call with the team because we have different packages that will fit different budgets. So, Cheez-Its. What about Cheez-Its, Jack? I do like Cheez-Its, but if I was gonna eat chips, I'm more of a spicy chip. I actually promote your mentorship because I know some of your students. Appreciate you, Chris. Let's go, man. Yeah, that's the cool thing. Like me and, like if they ask, I say you or you call them. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, man. Even though him and I are competitors, like you guys, so a lot of you guys see. I mean, competitors. We don't really look at it like that. But it's all love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did make a video the other day about I did make a video. I'll play it for you guys in a second. Real quick, do you have a video on how to get a fund for FBA? You got to save up, brother. I don't recommend putting this business on credit, a loan, or anything like that. Jack, if not sharing the products that I sell on Amazon makes me a scammer, bro, I guess I'm a scammer because there's no net benefit to me for sharing my products. Because I already know what you were trying to say with your above comment. It seems like you're respectfully one of those guys, but all good, man. Makes no sense to be like, look at all this money that's made on Amazon from the brands, and then being like, by the way, here are the products that I sell on Amazon. Okay, I'm not even gonna make a comment on that, sea urchin. I don't like talking bad about people online. But I want to play you guys this video. I think it's funny. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I'll just say that maybe their name was mentioned in the live already. Now, I'm not about the internet beef, so I'm not gonna say who it was. Everybody's minds can wander as to who that was, but I will say that it's not my boy uh, at the legacy program. Did you start private label right away or start with OA? I started with private label right away, Abdul. I've been doing a debate with this arbitrage seller. I think we're gonna do it again next week, but I think we're gonna do it a little bit different. I don't even want to tell you guys how we're gonna do it because I think that like at some point it gets old, just like us going back and forth and arguing about some stuff. But yeah, we'll God willing do it next week. It's gonna be a little bit different. He doesn't know we're gonna do it differently, but I already decided. So I'm gonna let him know, and I already know that he's gonna like the idea. Thoughts on Karen? I have no thoughts on him, bro. Anybody who's not in my circle or anybody who's on the internet is equivalent to this over here. I'm pointing at the wallpaper. I don't mind what the wallpaper thinks when I walk in a room. Where you from, bro? You look Arab to me. Born and raised in Cali. My family is Egyptian, 100% Egyptian. Narmak, I don't know what that is. Alex, thank you for sharing the live, brother. I'm Egyptian too. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out all my Egyptians. Managing inventory on FBA is harder than getting my 4-year degree at Bama. You just have to have proper inventory forecasting, bro. I am your neighbor. I don't think so. I do not think so. But yeah, proper inventory forecasting, Thon. You got to make sure that you're calculating how many units you're selling a day. On your first order, it's going to be difficult, but after that, it's going to be much easier. I lost 15,000 with one company. It was only one day after signing the contract and sending the 15,000. Why did you send a company 15,000? I don't understand. How did you lose? What did you spend the 15,000 on? There's got to be more context than that. Was this on inventory? Was this on? Yeah, I don't know. But y'all make sure that you like the. Hey, my boy Alex, shout out to you, bro. You're always out here liking the live, sharing the live. Let's get to 10K likes, yo. We're doing a live pre-AMZ Masterclass call. Usually I do the calls later. That's why we're doing it a little bit early today. I can only type so many words, but for them to manage my online business with Amazon, you should never pay. Like, I don't believe in the done for you programs and stuff like that. I've never seen one that's legit. I even have experience with one, not me joining. I can't even really say much online because it was I think it's actually an ongoing investigation. But yeah, you gotta be careful who you're signing on with. You got to be careful with all of these things. You got to vet the information, vet the people. And it's very unfortunate for like somebody like myself when things like this happens to other people, because it indirectly tarnishes what you do. Like, why does somebody with a program get labeled as, oh, it's a scam, blah, blah, blah? Because so many people get scammed joining programs. Now, one thing that I am 100% on is you'll never find one of my students who says that they got scammed. Is there a way you can inform consumers viewing your ad that we will be back in stock within X days? Not on Amazon, no. I'm about to work with a VA and they will handle it and take 30%. Is that worthy? No. Why would you handle a VA when literally, like, I manage so many accounts by myself? I knew nothing about business and I still was able to build a business. Like, learn it yourself, keep 100%. Because so many people are so willing to give away a percentage of their business when they're not making any money. But 30% is insane, especially for a VA. I wouldn't even, that's like business. They're your business partner. They're not a VA at 30%, number one. Number two, it's like 30% of $0. Yeah, you're like, I'm not there. It's nothing. But then what happens when you're making 10K in profit, hypothetically? You're giving away $3,000 for them to manage it. You can pay somebody to manage your brand for less money than $3,000. I wouldn't even pay somebody to manage my brand because you could do it yourself. But 110% no, I do not agree with that. They will give me the product, but that still doesn't matter, bro. You can do product research. You're gonna do, like, let's put it this way. I have a product selection option where I select my students' products long term, because you have to think later down the road. Let's assume you're only making 3K in profit. You're going to give away pretty much 1K of your profit every single month for somebody to find you give you a product. That's a completely different business model than I do digital. I don't need to get ungated. I'm doing private labels, so I'm selling my own brands. But even then, bro, like, there's people who will teach you how to find products. There's people who will teach you how to get ungated. There's free information on that stuff. It's not worth 30% of your business, especially if I'm assuming you're doing arbitrage, which on average has a lower margin. And so you're going to give away 30% of already a lower profit margin. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your business, your money, your choices. I can only give you my advice and my perspective, but I would never give somebody 30% of my business away. Get a VA off that site and pay them $5 an hour. Literally, it would cost you less. It cost you money up front, but you could find VAs in the Philippines and Pakistan for literally like $5. I do wholesale, and I think that's effing crazy. Yeah, it is. Not gonna lie, arbitrage is the worst. Amazon model. You guys, I don't do wholesale digital. But there's people who teach wholesale. It's not worth 30% of your business. We don't even do the same business model, brother. And I'm telling you, I think that's the worst idea. Average profit margin on wholesale, what, like 10, 15%? Yeah, some people have higher, but you're going to give away 30% of that? Like, you have to, yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's kind of seen, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not trying to be harsh, but it maybe seems like you just want somebody to do the work for you. So that's not going to lead you to, because think about it, somebody being like 30%, I do start private label too, but my stuff is sitting down. What do you mean sitting down? But yeah, going back to it, I do think arbitrage is not the best, but people make money from it. People do well from it. It doesn't mean that it's a bad business model. Of course, we can have our opinion on what we think about the business model, but there are people doing well with it. So I do give them that. Would I ever do it? No. If people do it, do I think that they're not like smart or something? No, I think anybody who starts a business, like hats off to you, because, well, anybody who starts a side hustle, hats off to you, because most people will never take action to do it. It's like shiny object syndrome. They watch all these videos and all these things, and then they never actually start. What would your preferred starting capital range be for private label? Like me personally, or what's like the minimum in the range? Me personally, I'm probably looking at like 4 to 6K on average, minimum 3 to 6K. Arbitrage so hard these days with all the gates on brands. Yeah, I mean, I want to try to find some common ground with the arbitrage community. And so, like a middle ground. So, like, you could say that there's hard things about private label as well. There's going to be challenges and pros to each business model. But yeah, like even with the debate that I had, the person who did arbitrage even said that he thinks that private label is the superior business model, which it is, but it doesn't make the other one bad. It's kind of like if filet mignon if Wagyu steak is the best cut or best type of meat, that doesn't mean that chuck steak isn't good. Issues with OA is the lack of control and it's not sustainable. I do agree with that 100%. I have so many people who come over from wholesale and arbitrage who want to switch to private label because, they made their little bag. They're doing their thing, which is good. It actually shows that they have what it takes to start a business and a brand because they've already taken action doing, maybe I would argue like the more difficult one in terms of like creating something big. So I think when they come over to do private label and start their own brand, I think that it helps them. OA is good when you don't have capital and want to start ASAP. Yeah, I agree with that as well. For sure. Yeah, like I said, I want to try to find some common ground. My big gripe with arbitrage, honestly, and wholesale is the way that it's taught online. It's not so much the people who do the business model. So that's kind of like my whole take on it. But it doesn't mean that it's bad by any means. So, also, y'all, while we wait for some more questions, I did post some gym videos. We are all united under Seller Central. Yeah, exactly. It should be us versus Amazon, not us versus each other by any means. But I posted last video, a little motivational video. Second to last video, what good ad campaigns look like. And third to last video, talking about taxes. Oh boy, taxes. Your boy paid a lot of taxes the other day. Too many people show 100K a month, but barely profit 10K. I don't think I necessarily agree with that. Because even like wholesale, with wholesale, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's arbitrage sellers who can make more margin on that. If we're going by the average, yes, I agree. There's definitely some anomalies out there. And some people who, if you have exclusive rights or something, you'll be making more money. But yeah, that's why like top line revenue doesn't matter as much it matters. I actually despise when people are like, "Dude, top line revenue doesn't matter," but like it does, because that's how you get profit. But profit is ultimately gonna matter more. I didn't even respond to it, but there was a dude who made a video about me and was trying to say that, like, in his video, he was literally saying, like, "Oh, this guy's all he talks about is profit. Profit doesn't matter in a business." I was like, "Oh man, that's a terrible take, my boy. What up, W? What's good? What's good?" It's a slow live today, huh? Even with my boy out here tapping the screen, but it's okay. We're vibing with the people we got in here for show. What time is it? 4:30. We still got a little bit of time. Are you Arab, Egyptian? I don't know. I never can like maybe that's Arab, but I don't consider myself Arab. I'm Egyptian, son. Are Egyptians Arab? Maybe, but Arab Egyptian, a little bit different. Yeah, but I've never liked to be called that. I like Egyptian. Arab, you bunch me up with everybody else. I have no problem with everybody else, but I like Arab money. Follow me, bro. I don't follow people, brother. I only follow 11 people, and those are people that I know. African dude. Yeah, I'm African. 100%. Pure blood, son. Let's go, y'all. Keep asking your questions. Let's keep sharing the live. Let's like the live. Let's get it popping. We're only going to be on for a little bit more. Sheep, we got a call, brother, in 29 minutes. Make sure that you're tuned in. You already know where to find the Zoom in the FB group. We're doing PPC Masterclass Part 10. When you look at sourcing products, are you looking for market share? I'm looking at the potential of the market, yes. And in terms of market share, like, I'm not the type of person who's like, oh, if I can just make a percentage of the market, like, is that what ends up happening? Yes, but that's not the way that I'm looking at a market. Like, I don't look at a super competitive market and be like, if I could just take 1%, I'll be happy. No, I'm looking at opportunities in the market to improve the product, how big the market is, how low reviewed sellers in the market are performing, how competitive it is in terms of ad costs. Mash, thank you for the follow. Like, new entrance. What do you mean entrance? Product substitution. Can you expand on that, W? What you mean by that? Entrance. Is that either I need to start reading the dictionary, or I don't know if that's a word. One of the two. Man, it's a dry live. I don't like going live this early, huh? The late lives are where it's at, son. I don't know. We might call it an early live. I don't like lives where there's not questions. Checking the scale of competition in terms of the product, them entering the market. No, like average reviews, average revenue, total revenue, how low reviewed sellers in the market are performing. Like I said, search volume, competitiveness in terms of ad costs, like the advertising cost per click for the main keywords. Those are all of the metrics that I'm looking at. And then, also if I'm able to stand out and differentiate the product from my competition, always want to add value into the market that you're selling in. Not clicking copy and paste on what everybody else in the market is doing, because then people are going to shop based on who has the most reviews and who has the lowest price. That's not what I want to compete on. I want to compete on value. Value, value, value. One of the most important words when you're selling a product on Amazon. That makes sense. I suppose there's different ad costs in different product segments. There's different ad costs for every keyword. The keyword water bottle is going to have a different cost per click than the keyword metal water bottle, than the keyword plastic water bottle. So when I'm looking at the main keywords for my product, I want it to be at a certain cost per click or under, or else it just makes excuse me, it just makes profitability a lot harder. Oh, that's how it works. Yeah, you're bidding on keywords. It's not like, oh, this product is going to cost this much with ads. It's based on a cost per click basis. So you get charged every time a customer clicks on your ad. So if somebody clicks on the keyword water bottle, or your ad for the keyword water bottle, then what do you have your bid set at? What is the cost per click? Because there's some cost per clicks that are wild on Amazon. And I would never touch those products, especially as a beginner now in 2025, 2026. So you want to be able to check all of these metrics and make sure that it meets all of your criteria points. I have a very strict product criteria that I've been using for years now. Yeah, Monkey, we could do a split payment for you, brother. Oh, then what do you aim for in terms of cost per clicks? Under $1.50. And the best way to do this is by creating a mock listing on Amazon and then going through as if you're going to create a campaign and put those keywords into the campaign so that you're able to check the cost per clicks. Because like Helium 10, I used to say to use that, but Helium 10 is always off with their cost per clicks. Next year, I'll be ready, God willing, brother. I love it. Can't wait to have you in the program, Maki. Data Dive's another good one because Data Dive won't even show you the cost per clicks unless you have your Amazon account set up and linked to Data Dive, because they're pulling directly from the Amazon API. Helium 10 is using some kind of like their own kind of software to try to estimate the cost per click. So it's almost never accurate. Yes, Safi private label, best business model on Amazon without a doubt. Creating real brands, not reselling products. Was a good nobody. See you in here too. Oh gosh. This guy again. I'm just kidding. What up, Noob? My boy Noob Trader up in the live. What up, what up? Nobody, thank you for sharing the live. I don't know who that is. Bro, what do you I don't want spam in the live. I don't know who that is, and if they don't sell on Amazon, I have no reason to go on live with them. From your experience, what's your hit rate on products? Let's say you launch 10. I'll be successful with like, oh man. I'll be successful with like 7 to 8 of them. Noob, did you liquidate the product that I know, bro? Is that the one that you just liquidated? The one that you said you were going to get different sizes for? Why? I'm so confused, brother. Maybe I do want your stuff out of order, but all right, I only got a few minutes, but you can come in here, little guy. This is Ecom Stream. What up? Why'd you liquidate it, bro?
Basically, it had a 40% return rate. So by the time my stuff would have got here, it would have been fighting an uphill battle. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But why did it have such a high return rate? Well, you know what? Actually, I actually already know why. Because the thing with that product, bro, is like, it's almost like the clothing category. So it's like people are gonna like try on clothes, see how it fits, and then if the fit, okay, he's gone. There he is. Now I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I can. Luke, my product has 15. Yeah, Luke, my product has 15% margin. Should I drop? 15% pre-ads, yeah, that's not good. 15% post-ads, I would say you can continue to scale that.
So let me, can I finish the explanation?
Did you not hear what I was saying, my explanation?
I think you said t-shirt sizes and then it cut off.
Yeah, it's like clothing. So like people are gonna buy clothes online, try them on. If it's not the right fit, or they don't like how it looks in person, they're gonna end up returning it. So I would take it that's why you had such a high return rate.
Yes, that is, because I only had a size large, but also I didn't want to continue it because I was fighting an uphill battle.
This guy, what is he doing?
Dude, my car sucks. Hello?
Yeah,
Oh
bro, you
God.
got this $100,000 car and it's terrible. Okay, we'll wait for him. If you guys have questions, I'm gonna keep answering them.
Fuck.
Bro, I don't even want to say it on the live, but be careful. They can flag you for what you're doing on live right now.
Okay, my bad. Here, this is better right here. I'm chilling.
Okay.
I'm in the passenger seat.
Okay, sick. Are you gonna ever tell people what that product was?
Not yet, just because it's still tied to my account. Eventually. I mean, some people already know because they have the same product.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Like in the program, they have the same product?
Yeah. Like Daniel, when running the live.
How's he doing on it? Huh?
What?
How's he doing with it?
He's doing a lot better than me. He's on a second order. His is a half. You know what I'm saying? Half? Like a different variation, like a different.
Oh,
style.
yeah. I guess you're not a full one, right? Bro, this guy is terrible on live. I'm thinking about selling dresses. That's a terrible market to get into. You're gonna have one of the highest return rates on Amazon.
Okay. My car's finally stabilized. I can explain now. So basically, it's fighting an uphill battle because none of my ACOS was under like 80% on most of the campaigns. Sales velocity was like 0.8 a day over 2 months. And I think my return rate would have still been around 15%, even with the sizes. So I didn't want to invest further in that because it's a high ticket item and pretty costly on the cash investment to reorder and stuff.
How much did you lose on it?
Probably like 13K.
Dang, son, why did you spend that much?
Well, I ordered like 400 units.
Why?
Why? It's not about why. It's just a mistake.
Okay, fair enough. I want to sell educational toys. I'm unsure. If you find one in a good market, toy products and baby products are hitters. You going to get a badge, but it's going to be the bad badge. Yeah. Did you have a high return rate badge on the product? That's surprising. That would have crushed your margin or your conversion even more.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, everything was stacked against me, bro. My differentiation wasn't strong enough for me to feel conviction.
Bro, you didn't even differentiate the product.
I thought I did with the dual. The dual.
Yeah, you're gonna have to text me that. Not right now.
Okay.
Not right now. Luke, would you avoid party and board game type products because people use them once in return? No, not necessarily, because like board games, like my lady's family, they always have like game nights and stuff, and they have a bunch of board games, so they play the games and they keep them in the collection. I don't really think board games is a type of product that you're just going to play once and return. Newbie boy. Yup, young noob.
That happened to one of our students, like one of the classmates. He had a 60% return rate on a high ticket party item. And even Kunzi was saying it was impossible to fix.
Yeah, party items you can't do, bro. Like even like I'm surprised there's people who sell Halloween costumes on Amazon, because not only are you in the clothing type category, but people are gonna buy that because they're not gonna wear the same costume next year, and then they're gonna just return it And so like party products are not the move at all. A family member wanted to invest 1K in exchange for 50%. Heck no. Heck no. No. 50. I don't think. No. Then you would be valuing your business at $2,000. Absolutely not. Terrible idea. That ain't no family member. Yeah, that's somebody who's trying to catch a bag, hoping that you're going to be successful. Even if you only make 2K in profit, yeah, 700 Canadian. Yeah, that's a terrible idea. I wouldn't even give somebody 1% of my business if I was just starting out for $1,000. Unless they're going to split the work with you and they're going to be your business partner. 50% equity for 3 months in exchange for 1K makes more sense. Even then, like 1K isn't going to be enough for you to go start a business, like an Amazon business. I would like if you like, for example, if you had 2K, you needed 3K to launch a product, and they were like, "Yeah, I'll give you the extra 1K." I'd rather go work however many hours at a minimum wage job to save that up. I think like 6 to 7K for a launch is needed for any launch. Nope, absolutely not. I've launched like almost not every, but I've launched a majority of my products for under 5K. I have video breakdowns on that, 200 to 300 units. How much did you spend on just your cost of goods, bro, on your failed product?
It was like $20 a unit, or not $18 a unit. So times 400, maybe 7K.
And then how much did you pay for shipping? Because that's a pretty big cubic.
4K.
Yeah, that's up there. How much did you lose on ads?
So yeah, that's like 2K. That's why it equals like 13K.
That's rough.
It's not that bad. It was about to become like 20K if I relaunched.
That's pretty bad, bro. What up, Jimmy? Jimmy, we got a call, brother, if you want to hop on. PPC Masterclass Part 10 in 13 minutes. How much did you make on the liquidation? It's like 1%, isn't it? 2%?
Don't know yet. It's still pending. It takes a few weeks probably before they give me the final percentage. But I calculated with like 5 to 7%.
It's too high.
And that would be like 1.5K.
They're not going to give you 5%.
I'll be happy with like 4%.
They're going to give you like 2%, bro. Yeah. They're calling me a lot, ignoring them now. I asked if I borrow for ads. Yeah, you don't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to hop on. Nice. How much has Jimmy helped you, noob?
Amount, bro. Jimmy's the GOAT, bro. He sat with me and helped me with some ads, and we just talked about some product research stuff as well, because I'm still researching number 5.
Who's the person who are the top 3 people who have helped you the most on your journey?
There's a lot, honestly. I would say it's like Kunzi, as of recently, you, just be on the live stream, Jimmy, and E-Man.
2 out of 4. AMZ Masterclass. Sorry, I just wanted to use you for a plug.
That's correct. Look at you, clout chaser.
Nah, man, I'm just business at heart, always. Would you recommend against a high ticket for first launch? Not if you do it right. Because like I had a student who launched a $200 product, and they're crushing it right now. Like last month, they did 50K in top line revenue at like a 40-something% profit margin. Noob just, and also Noob, that product, it was not a good product. Like I looked at the market and it's not that great. Like,
bro, he gave it to me. That's why I was blaming him. I was like, you fucked me as a beginner.
Yeah. What? I'm confused. Was this did you get that product after the grading system?
No, I got it before.
See, that's what doesn't make sense is because like the market average reviews are like 2,000.
You know, Kunzi's helping me a lot now, so I'm not gonna shade the pick anymore.
No, I'm not shading him, bro. I like Kevin. I think he's good at what he does and all these things. I just want to know the mindset. No shade. Kevin's my
I don't
boy.
think he personally picked it, like thought about it, whatever. They just have a list and they gave one to me.
I feel you. How can I check if there's new sellers in the market? You need some kind of product research software. What was just on your head? What was that?
I accidentally clicked one of the filters. Sorry.
Oh.
It was like a Halloween thing.
I was so tempted to launch a product that averages for 106, but $2 CPC, yeah, that's a bit much. Jungle Scout works too. Jungle Scout's one of the less accurate ones, though. They're a big company, but they're a little bit inaccurate. And you would check it in their Google Chrome extension. Filter it by creation day. Hey, I think Seller Central Boys is up in here. Hamza, I have an idea. If you're in here, I have an idea for our next live. Hey, let's go. Thank you, bro. Save your money. I don't even take money out of TikTok. But I have an idea for our next live. Because I feel like it might get a little repetitive if we just continue to do the same format. So what it is, do you want me to say it here or do you want me to just text you? Data Dive versus Smart Scout. Smart Scout's more for wholesalers, man. Because when I was getting ready to leave Helium 10, I originally got on a call with Smart Scout, and they have a lot of cool features, but they're just not primarily for private label. Data Dive is primarily for private label, and I'd honestly consider them, like I say this even though it's kind of sounds biased because like obviously like now I'm affiliate with them and stuff. But the reason that I did was because I was looking for the best software for private label sellers, and they beat Jungle Scout, they beat Helium 10. For private label, they beat Smart Scout, like the things that they've done. Seller Central Boys, have you ever watched Jubilee, the channel on YouTube Jubilee, and seen their middle ground episodes? If you have, I think we should do something like that. I think that'd be cool. No. Okay, we'll look it up. I think we should do something like that. So what, are you going to launch a new product, bro? Young noob?
Yes, number 5. But I'm doing research, so I'm like not in a rush. Because number 4 is doing well, dude. I got really good sales velocity.
The seasonal one?
It's not seasonal.
Well, a little bit. Are you talking about the one that I don't even know how to say it?
The one for the living room?
The one that kind of has to do with nature, quote unquote.
Nature? What the hell?
Like you can, I don't want to say it.
Baseball?
No.
Wait, what's nature?
Nature, like outside. You can find a version of that product outside.
The Mother's Day?
Yeah, that one.
No, that one has no ads, bro.
Oh,
I'm not gonna reorder that one.
that's the seasonal. What other product do you sell? I don't know.
The 4th one. I don't think you know it, bro.
I don't think
it rhymes with no, I don't want to say it.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't say it. Oh, that's sick. I like your little garage.
Hey.
You should make videos in there.
It's too hot in here, bro.
You and KP could match.
Oh, KP?
Yeah.
I don't got that car though. That's all I got.
Wait, what kind of? Oh, Jimmy just texted me what your other product is.
Yeah.
What kind of version of that is it? Like I actually don't think I could even say that. Do you wholesale? No, I do private label. Sanibis. But I do. Okay, never mind. Jimmy just texted me what it is.
Yeah, so that one's doing pretty good.
How much does that product sell for?
Kunzi's been helping me with some of the ads on there. Same with Jimmy, and we're only on week 3.
Shout out Jimmy,
like 50.
The newest AMZ Masterclass coach up in here.
Me,
bro. If somebody offered me $1 million, I wouldn't make you a
Don't
coach.
say that. You would do it. If someone offered you $1 million? Are you kidding me?
No, bro, I wouldn't.
You would, bro.
You would lose
act
me.
like I know nothing.
You would
I know
lose me so
90%
much
of the
money.
right answers.
I'd be like, Noob's the new coach, and everyone's gonna be like, oh man, his program sucks.
Are you kidding me, bro? You're trolling.
Only a little bit, but I'm also partly telling the truth. Do you have different variations for that product?
That's the thing about the variation. I don't know what to do with it. So I just did something like similar to the market, but I try to market it as a more luxurious, thicker like version. So my hero photo is very high contrast with different furniture, and I have good CTR.
Okay. Yeah, I think that adding like different sizes or colors, if the product is profitable, could, if you start to see traction on it and then adding that, it could probably help you increase your market share with it.
What did you say?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, your audio is like echoing when I'm not muted.
How about now?
Oh, it's amazing now.
Okay, I think I know the problem when I'm on a dual live. I have to hold my phone. Actually, I have a phone stand. I do have to go in like 2 minutes or 1 minute because I have a call with my students. But if you add different sizes or colors, I think that assuming your product is profitable, you can increase your market share.
Yeah, that's the plan. Is we're gonna reorder with 2 different colors, 2 different sizes, but it's not differentiated. So there's really, I don't know, man.
Yeah, this one is actually a tough one to differentiate. I would say like different designs, because like how some people have like not a solid color. Yep. But I don't think that's the best. I don't think that's like the best differentiator. But at least
it's a top reseller. One of them is the double tone one.
Yeah, so something like that. But maybe we go live a little bit later. You, me, Jimmy.
I'll be here, bro.
Nice. Yeah, I'll have Jimmy text you or I'll message you on IG. But I'm about to hop on a call with the students. Everybody, if you don't want to have the same experience as Noob, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass in the TikTok bio. Put your thumb up, boy. Put your thumb up. You just said that me and Jimmy, one of my new coaches, were two of the people who helped you the most.
Don't be fooled. That's a fake screenshot. That's a fake number.
You want to sign a contract?
Huh? I didn't hear that part.
You want to sign a contract?
Hell no.
I don't know, bro. If you're so confident, you could win yourself 10K.
Bro, I don't speak English.
Okay, bro. Catch you later. This guy's funny. But y'all make sure to go check out my last few videos. Check out the AMZ Masterclass. I got to go hop on a call with my students. We're about to have our PPC Masterclass Part 10, technically Part 14. Let's go. See you in there, Alex. Hopefully see you in there, Jimmy. If there's any other students in here, I'll see y'all in there. God bless y'all. Maybe I go live with, can Jimmy help me? Yes, SK, he can. SK, hop in the call. Hop in the call that we're about to have right now. It's going over PPC. All right, y'all. Much love. See you soon.